KILR Killer Game.
Hello gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and we are here back again with the Flight Simulator 3 coast-to-coast epic tour from the East Coast to the West Coast. This is a follow-up series from the Commodore 64 West Coast to East Coast that we've done. This one here is going to be a lot longer. And we're actually starting in a scenery area that was not in the Commodore 64, and it's an area that's not very commonly seen, which is scenery disc number 12, northeastern area, which includes Nova Scotia and Maine and New Hampshire and all of that area there. Doesn't seem to be a lot of scenery in the area, or I didn't get it lined up properly or something. But yeah, but nevertheless, it's an area that you don't see too much of because they didn't sell scenery disc number 12 by itself. You can never find a separate copy of it on eBay or anything like that. Seen it once in a compilation package with two other discs, and then for the Macintosh there was something released by Mallard which had scenery disc number 12, but it was not called scenery disc number 12. It was just kind of like scenery in the northeastern United States or something like that. But anyways, let's go ahead and pull up the map and talk about where we're at and where we're going to be flying and how we're going to get there. So we started off at Isles de la Madeleine, or the Madeline Islands, right in this area here. This big island over here, I think, what is this? This is all Prince Edward Islands? I'm not sure. This up here is part of Quebec. Nova Scotia, I think, is just this whole thing down here. So, like, that's all there. Just they don't have any airports on it. But we're currently at Charlottetown of the Prince Edward Island. And we're going to be going south over here to Nova Scotia and landing at Halifax International. All in Flight Simulator 3. I bet you were thinking, I didn't know we could fly in Nova Scotia. Yes, you can with scenery disc number 12. Yeah, there's even another one there, Halifax Shearwater. But we should be able to see all these little lakes and stuff as we're flying. So this will be kind of interesting. We'll have some stuff to look at as we're approaching, and then definitely, going this direction, we'll get some stuff to look at. So Halifax, we just got to tune into it, 115.10, and we'll get it. Should have no problem lining up with the runway. I believe there is an ILS for this, so I will look that up. As far as the direction, we'll take the long runway. Look at this. The long runway going south on Charlottetown, just take that straight. That'll get us pretty much in the right direction to to head down here. And once we get close enough to tune into this nav, then we will tune that in. So 115.10. Didn't have to make too much of a change there. And we're going to be taking the long runway, which I think is over there. Oh, all right. So let's go ahead and get the plane started here. Actually, that might be the long runway right there. This one right here. I think that's actually it. That certainly does look like the long one. Huh? What? All right, look. So look, there's a little bit of gray and there's a little bit of white. That's the runway there, and it kind of stretches across the screen. So I think that's the long runway. We landed on the short runway in the previous flight. Keep up. Don't fall behind. We got a lot of flights. This might be at least 100-mile flight here we got to fly on this one. Do some taxiing across the grass here. Runway 3? Okay, well, that's not the direction we want to take. But you know what? It'll be fine. What we got to do is just turn around. There's no need to, you know, taxi all the way down there and take off. So, anyway, let's go. Make haste, not waste. And stay on the runway. Well, until we're ready to, you know, take off, then. There we go! Woo! There goes the airport. And we'll go ahead and get ourselves turned around here. Simple enough, right? Oh, we're getting a little bit of color there. There's a little bit of yellow down over there. Can't see it, it's just below here, so autopilot is set to 3500 as far as the altimeter. So I went and turned on the autopilot. That'll help us keep nice steady level flight at 3500. There's the airport right down here. Another thing that we didn't have in Flight Simulator 2, we didn't have a spot plane. So you could not see the outside of your plane. You had to take it for granted. Yeah, based on the key, the map key, it looks like it's about 100 miles to Halifax. Next flight after this is going to be like 150 miles. $120 knots. And, hopefully they'll make things a little bit faster in terms of actually getting there. And there we go. We are 69 miles away. Go and center the... See, this you can't click and hold. Doesn't seem to work. So you have to kind of click on the other side there. Alright, 212 is the course that we want to go to here. And you know what? We can go to our autopilot here. And we can have it lock into nav1. Look at that. And it will go ahead and move accordingly. Where's it going? It's not going the right way. Okay, so maybe that's not working. Where's it going? I don't know. It's apparently not where we want it to go. Heading lock. What was it? 212? Something? I don't know. Let's do that. Let's see if that works. Oh, see, heading lock works. Nav 1, it's just like, wee, we'll just go off this direction. Well, I thought I set the heading for 212. It's going at 208, so... Your guess is as good as mine. I guess maybe they didn't quite fix this until Flight Simulator 4. Alright, we'll just go to 212 ourselves. I thought there was a reason why I wasn't using the nav 1 or heading lock in the autopilot in this version, and well, that must be the reason. $63 miles to go. I think that energy drink is wearing off. They don't really last that long, do they? Sometimes I think the later it gets, the more slurred my speech gets. You know, I start talking and it's like I know what I'm saying, but it comes out. Meanwhile, people watching. What? That is Nova Scotia up ahead. Never thought I would actually say that in Flight Simulator. And right here in this area is what we're seeing. sit back and think about how long this series is going to be. And it can be quite overwhelming because you're like, because I want to live stream this. So ain't anybody else going to live stream this? That's that one river, I think, that we're passing. Yeah, but I like to try to live stream it and make it part of the Twitch Tuesday, or it's actually the Trucker Twitch Tuesday on KILR TV. Why was I saying that? It's like I'm slightly awake, but my mind is gone because of the energy drink. It's kind of like, okay, what was I thinking? Why was I saying that? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna be turning these into. Well, Tuesday evenings on KILR TV has always been for previous Twitch streams. And I used to have a lot of Twitch streams that I used to do, because before I was, in trucking, I was able to do streams often. I just can't do them as often as I used to. One is because of time. Driving one of those big semi trucks, I'm like driving like some of these long trips. It's like 6 hours is really nothing, but like 8-10 hours. While I'm driving, I'm focused and I'm thinking, yeah, once I get parked and stuff, I'm gonna do this, gonna do that, and once I start settling down, because naturally, I gotta have dinner or whatever, and I just start getting tired because it was such a long drive. And to try to do a stream on top of that, it's like drive, anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, and then be able to have the energy to do a live stream. And then be in a place where the internet actually, because I have, obviously, if I'm moving around, I have to use mobile internet, but be in a place that's got fast enough upload speed so that way I can do my stream. And then be able to get enough sleep so I can turn around and do it all over again. And of course, I'm working on other content for the channel as well. $45.8 miles to go. So about 38 miles. Got a little bit of color up ahead. Just a slight little yellow-brown there. Always nice to see a little bit of color in there, just to kind of break up the monotony of the scenery. The built-in texture feature of Flight Simulator 3, where you can add in small rectangles, big rectangles, or just dots. Dots look good when you're approaching a major city, like, let's say, like New York or Chicago or something, because it's almost like lights or something. It's got more of a city look to it, where this here's got more of a kind of country look to it. You know, you got your farmlands and stuff like that. Kind of looking out the windows of the plane, just looking at different directions. And I'd have to say, from the look of it, this line, or this major roadway, looks like that's taking us right out to Halifax. So we could do some VFR there and just follow that line out. That would take us to Halifax, which is where we're going to land. Oh, that's right. I was going to check to see about ILS. Let's see. Halifax. Okay, so altitude is 475, and runway 24 is 109.90. We're kind of going in that, yeah, we'd be going in that direction. .90. I'm going to set nav 2. So what's nice now about Flight Simulator 3 is that you can switch your DME for nav 1 or nav 2. You just hit the B button there. And we can set that. And then I can go and I can set nav 1 to 109.90. So I can start getting my ILS frequency all set up and ready to go. And it was runway 24. Let's change this to, this was 212. Okay, I think that should do it as far as our radios are concerned. My eyes feel like they're bulging. I need a snack. I need a munchies or something. I have some in the truck. My truck's not here. It's parked in front of my mother's house. She's got a house, and there's a place to park the truck. Can't really park it where we're at here in this RV park. I want to do another live stream if I can before I go back on the road. But I got like so much that I'm doing tomorrow. So we got 18 miles to go. We're not close enough yet for the ILS to tune in here to nav1. Once it does, I can change the DME to match. It's got to be pretty much the same, I think. There we go. VOR number 1 is activated. It's got 2. You may have noticed that the needle had moved over. And we're at a good vector right now of 212. And we want to catch the 244 radio into the airport. So I'd say we're at a good angle. Maybe. Because we're kind of heading to the floor. I think is at the airport. Might have to veer off here a little bit. No, we're good. That's right. It's the VOR's not located on the airport. It's just before the airport. Yeah, so we'll be okay. And the horizontal indicator, or is that vertical? VSI, vertical, is starting to move there, I noticed. Gonna get our landing gear down. Here's the airport. see how accurate this is. Horizontal indicator just started moving. I don't know if 244 is going to be the right heading. Because it looks like we're just about lined up with that runway. Landing gears down, flaps are, what, about 20 degrees? And we're pretty much, looks like we're lined up with the runway. We're not at an angle of 244. 232 is what we're on, but so it doesn't look like the, I don't know what it is with the ILSs. They don't seem to be lining up and everything. They all seem to be out of collaborate. It's the word. Calibration. Like it's pointing us to the wrong spot. That had me going there for a moment. It's like, what the heck is that? That is the outer marker. Wondering how long that was going to go. Hey, RJP, good morning. It's still late night for me. Guess it's early morning. Really, really early. Trying to hang in there. Oh no! I need to get lower. I was kind of spacing out there. We're locked into the ILS, in case you're wondering here, and on 4-1. Oh, this has got taxiways. Oh, cool. Don't get too many of those. What was that? One of my cats is moaning or something. I just heard this. It's not a dog. It was a cat. I gotta be careful of the ILS because it doesn't seem to be accurate. I don't know what is with this. I mean, the compass is 238, the heading's 244, but it's going that way. So I don't know what it's doing. I gotta make sure that the the vertical indicator is not give me false readings, because I don't want it to just lead me into the ground. Does look like we're a little high up though. There's the middle marker. I was just thinking, I was like, hey, where's the middle marker? There it is. Whenever I go on these, I keep wondering, even in the modern simulators, I'm just like, hey, are we going to get an inner marker at all? Careful, we don't want to stall here. Not yet. There we go. We are landed. Down at Halifax. And we've got a taxiway right over here. And there's the fuel box. The cat's is sleeping. There we go. We're all stopped. We can go ahead and turn off the engine there. Well, hi, Shadow. He decided to just kind of plop himself down there underneath the table. All right, so there we go. That is our second flight of our epic coast-to-coast tour for Flight Simulator 3, featuring the individual Sublogic scenery discs. If this were Flight Simulator 4, we would be making use of the Sublogic East-West set of scenery discs, which there's a lot more scenery on there, and it's a bit more detailed. And I do have those, actually. I have the maps and everything for that. So we wouldn't want to do the same exact scenery disc for Flight Simulator 4. Always like to try to do something different with all the different simulators. But yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap things up here. The next flight that we have, I was mentioning this before, will be a bit longer, probably 150 miles, as we continue southwest in Nova Scotia before we start heading over to Maine in the United States. So lots of flying ahead of us and some retro flight simming. So got some fun stuff to look forward to. In any case, thanks again for watching, and I will see you on the next flight. Have a killer, awesome day.